Let's make a pineapple upside down cake that is serving more visuals than the 50 selfies you take to find the perfect one. This recipe first starts by making a dry caramel. Simply combine some water and sugar and heat it while swirling the pot. Dabbing some water prevents the sugar from burning at the edges, just as how the edges of your hair burnt when your mother tried to relax it. Once the bubbles start popping slowly, turn the heat to low. You're then going to keep cooking it while swirling, and before it gets to the color that you want, turn off the heat, otherwise it will burn. You're then going to pour that caramel immediately into a baking tin with baking paper. If you let the caramel cool down for too long, it will remain stuck to the pot, unlike how you haven't stuck to a fitness routine this entire year. However, if you don't want to rush like that, just add a bit of butter and milk to the hot caramel to make it liquid even when cooled down. You can use canned pineapples, but I chose to cut my own. Either way, pat them down with the kitchen towel so that they're drier than the conversations between you and your man because you went for aesthetics instead of personality. I chose to layer them this way with the cherries because they're way more prettier despite being way more tedious. To 100 grams of sugar, you're going to add in 80 grams of butter or margarine. 40 grams of oil ensure that the cake is more moist than your girlfriend gets for salaried men. You're then going to add in 2 eggs one at a time, ensuring that you whip aggressively before adding in the next egg. 1.5 tablespoons of a colonizer descendant's favorite ice cream flavor goes in. And of course, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to help balance out all the sugar in this cake. Once it's well combined, you're going to add in 180 grams of flour as well as 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder. Mix it up in the same way you mixed up the dates of when you wouldn't be ovulating and now you have an appointment at Marie Stopes. Once you've added in 100 grams of milk or pineapple juice, you'll then pour the cake batter on top of the pineapples and bake it at 180 degrees for 40 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out clean. I didn't get a video of the final plating of the cake, but it looks much better than my first attempt a couple of years back.